studio or something, nigga?
Fuck that studio shit. I'm getting money, nigga.
Fuck that rap shit. I need to get this bread, homie. I never leave a block. I put that on my dad, homie.
What's good, world? It's your boy Callahan, and this is an introduction about the episode that you're about to watch that's coming up, which is episode 9, and it's based on the rise of teen violence and what we need to do as the beautiful society, or society for that matter, who do care, what we need to do to fight back. And what I mean fight back, you fight back with this and this, not fight the teens back with, by being violent or being physical as well. Because of course, as we all know, violence don't never get you anywhere, no matter what situation you in. It might feel good for the moment, momentarily. It might be a great stress reliever, and it might be very much a feel good thing, like I said, momentarily, or temporarily, but it's never the answer. Violence is never the answer to anything. So the episode is based on how the teen violence how it have impacted our society from back in the day, from the 80s, the 90s, and the big rise from then to now, or how very much catastrophically and drastically that the teen violence has risen from back in those days to now, and how it's getting worse and worse and worse, much worse. And it's not just about teen violence because of the teens that's dealing with the streets, taking each other's lives because they dealt drugs, or they're in the streets, or even more for that matter, they are gang affiliated. Or it's way more to it than just that. It's teen violence even within relationships, teen relationships. And the teen relationships now, comparison to how young teens were in love then, it's totally different. It's a great big difference. And it's teen violence even with teens that's taking their parents' lives, over the most senseless reasons. So it's very important, and you got to take into consideration very much. Teens, naturally, of course, their brains are not fully developed yet at all. And also, they are very known by nature to be very impulsive. You have to take all of these into consideration. So I hope y'all enjoy the episode. And it's with my homeboy, Mike. He's part of the community. Big shout out to you, Mike. And y'all tell me what y'all think.
Yeah, so yeah, you're amazing, man. Your mind is like, I just wish it was more. And there are a lot of people in general that's out here that's like that and stuff. But it's like I don't know. I got woke probably, I want to say like 10 years or so ago.
That's cool. That's back. You've been woke for a while.
Yeah. Well, I had a whole different life. I had a different professional life. I used to wear khakis and button downs and ties, and I was a manager at Best Buy.
Right.
I was in the Matrix. I was working. Working in the Matrix.
Yeah. I mean, we all have.
And my brother, he invited me to the rave, and I discovered all of these beautiful people that come from different places and have all these different experiences, and they're just so about supporting and lifting everybody.
I love that type of energy. I really do.
Because it's like you can only get so much from a therapist,
of course.
When you can speak to somebody that's in your community.
That means everything.
It really fucking does.
It means really so much everything, because a stranger ultimately cannot relate to you.
Yeah.
The only thing that they ultimately go by is what they have went to school and studied.
Yeah.
And what they're so great at brilliantly when it comes down to their book smarts and skills, being a psychologist or a counselor. But they ultimately can, well, some counselors come from communities that we come from, of course, but a large percentage, they cannot relate to us.
Yeah.
You know, they so quick to use verbatim of what they study.
Yes.
And they want to psychoanalyze you,
Yep.
or they want to give you things they read from a book. Thank you, brother. Yeah, I know. It's wait till I get more hot. This spot here, when it gets extremely hot, oh man, I'm motherfucker be annoyed, man. Right, you gotta bring your bug repeller spray and everything, and then even then, it's like they be swarming all types of species. Like it's like, oh damn,
actually, this is actually my favorite spot. Yes. The constant, the white noise.
Yes.
With the waterfall. You know, and the geese come here. It sucks that they put up a sign that says don't feed the geese.
Oh, I seen that for the first time yesterday.
I come here to feed the fucking geese.
I seen that for the first time yesterday, being back here in a while, and I was like, wow, they put so now
there's stilts right now. Go get some stilts.
So you know what that means. Now they're gonna find a way, like we were just talking about that earlier too, before we started filming, that the police, overall, they find every type of way to try to fucking fuck with you.
Oh, yeah. I got pulled over the other night over the East Greenbush Circle.
Yeah.
Because I was driving with my high beams on. And he's like, oh, I saw that you turned them off, but hey, didn't you know there's actually the rule is it's 200 yards.
And they think you don't know the law. And that's another thing. They really, really, really be thinking you don't know your shit. They think you gotta have a badge to know your shit. No, it takes brains, comprehension, and you feeding yourself with knowledge. Just the same way they feed themselves with knowledge. The only difference is they took an oath. Yep. To wanna fucking protect and serve.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's to protect and serve.
Yeah, well,
here's the thing. I found some cops the other night that actually are about protecting and serving, and it was very refreshing to have the interaction with.
Now those type of officers, I love.
Yeah, I've been this week. I've been like, I should go get a Dunkin' Donuts gift card or like a box of coffee and bring it down to these guys. And,
absolutely.
Thank you for being the police that like everybody wishes we had.
I
community police.
I couldn't agree more, brother, big brother. I couldn't agree more. And oh man, this is amazing. And what about?
But the thing that the community thing, from all the different like if you isolate your kids, they don't have community.
Yes,
they're gonna grow up fucked up.
Speaking of that, and we're about to get to that too. That's amazing that you said that. Like raising youth mental health and community instability.
Yeah. Like I've got my kids in summer camp.
That's wonderful.
Every year. They do gymnastics or swimming or taekwondo.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, brother. All right.
Yeah. And I actually want to get my son into Boy Scouts, but
is he feeling it?
He's not. He's like me, but he's not like me. Like kids these days, they like tablets instead of playing with fire.
A large percentage they
go out in the
that's their shit.
I can't watch my iPad out in the forest.
Right. They will melt if they don't have their toys, their devices.
But what this conversation that we're having, my kid's 12. I'm gonna.
Oh, mine is too. I'm gonna get 13.
Let's get in the Boy Scouts. That enriched my life so much.
Yeah.
It allowed me to be able to talk to people, interact with people.
Yes. Therapeutic. It's therapeutic.
Really genuinely, and all these merit badges that they give you that you're working towards, they mean things. It really does come to community. There's something called citizenship in the community. Citizenship in your country and citizenship in the world. They're three separate merit badges. But you cannot get citizenship in your country and citizenship in your world until you have citizenship in your community.
Absolutely.
Because it's the base, it's the foundation.
That's the foundation, right.
You got to start. Absolutely. You got to start. If you want to make impacts out there, start here.
True that.
And right here is where your kids are.
Foundation.
That's where your family is.
That, yeah.
That's where your friend's family is.
Yeah. It starts from your block, your home, your neighbors, your community. Yep. And it's amazing. And it's
but we're all taught, stranger. Don't talk to strangers. Like,
I get it.
Absolutely, I get it too. There's lots of wrongdoings out there.
Type
absolutely. All you gotta do is turn on the fucking TV.
Yeah, man. Nothing good comes from the news.
Yeah.
Regarding, especially, it's a lot more that's still going on. Probably a couple of short weeks ago, a little girl was missing, and then they found her, and when they finally found her, she was, deceased. And I'm really big on that too, man. I'm against that. I love the missing and exploited children organization, because I always been into that, because I'll be heartbroken when kids be missing, and
it's a fear, because we're lucky. We're lucky to have been born from the parents that we have.
Right.
And to get where we are and not have that happen.
Absolutely.
Because as I've been getting older, the more friends I make, I've heard so much about this. It's not something I ever really thought about. It is a real fucking thing.
Yeah, man.
People get trafficked. People get abused. Yes, it's because we've been taught to isolate ourselves. And when you're isolated, you can do anything you want behind closed doors.
Absolutely. That's a fact. That is a whole
I try to live my life in transparency.
Absolutely.
In everything that I do.
Absolutely.
To my detriment sometimes, but
I get what you're saying, because I'm an extreme firm believer in being extremely transparent to the best of my ability. I mean, and with that being said, and that's another thing with kids with a mental health crisis, and even driven conflicts that contribute to localized spikes within teen violence in several regions, like what we've been seeing for the past in the 2020s, the 2010s, but definitely more so in the 2020s.
Let me tell you that a lot of teen violence 5 years ago.
Yeah,
here in my neighborhood, right outside my house, I saw this girl get off the bus, and 2 cars pulled up right when she got off. It was like a clown car. There was 8 kids in each one of these cars, and all of them got out and just fucking trounced this girl.
A girl.
Yep.
And the people who did it was a whole bunch of young guys, young kids, teenager dudes,
girls and guys.
Oh well, girls and guys, and and that automatically sounds like a situation where it was some kind of beef, or probably over something real stupid that started over social media.
Well, I called the police, and they ended up coming, but when they came, they didn't want to do anything about it.
Really?
It happened, and it was with kids. Dude, the cop actually he threatened to arrest me because I was getting too loud over what was happening and why they weren't doing anything about what just fucking happened.
You're a fucking citizen.
Go back in your fucking house.
Right. If you're part of the community, this shit is happening in front of your house, on the block. You're a law-abiding citizen. Come on. You have a right to voice your fucking great facts and opinion about what the hell is going on. Right in front of you. A girl is being jumped the way she's being jumped by a whole bunch of teens, brutally jumped, violently, and y'all not going to do nothing. That's the first I heard. That police then don't do shit. By the time they got there, the guys was gone.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, did they at least take the young lady's statement down or anything like that? Did they?
I don't know, they forced me back into the house. They
See what I'm saying?
They told me not to come back out. It's none of my business.
See the bullshit?
Yeah.
Out of control. That's why I don't be bothered with them too much. Like I said, I don't like police like that. But like I said, there's a very small percentage that are good officers.
Yeah, there's diamonds in the rough for sure.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah, and
you know.
And it's really sad and unfortunate that, you know, those bad apples spoil the rest for a large percentage of other officers.
Yeah.
You know, because now the community does not trust officers like that.
Yeah.
Due to those bad apples.
Oh yeah. You know, I don't turn the news on like often, but you know, a couple of years ago there was a lot about defunding the police. Like,
oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You know, but here's the thing. You know, the police. You know, I feel like they should be more medical adjacent. You know, if you're here to protect and serve the community, like I feel like, you know, there should be more things that they should be going through. You know, like classes about, you know, understanding people, like, and how to interact with these people, and like, and how to take care of things without having it take jail.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
Because jail destroys communities too.
Absolutely.
And it only it takes a moment to fuck up.
Yeah.
It takes a long time to fucking pay for your sins when you're in jail, you know?
Trust me, I've been there.
You know, and and then when you're out, you're in jail, so your family's still got to take care of itself, you know?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know, and then your family's going to find a way.
I totally agree.
Your family might find a new daddy. Yeah, it's like, I don't know how many people these days don't have both their parents with them.
That's true. And that's a big thing. Community.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you know, teenagers, we was teenagers once. I mean, some teenagers are more impulsive than others.
Yeah.
But at that stage of being young and being a teenager, we do a lot of impulsivity. You know what I mean? We're very impulsive. Teenagers we are impulsive. Like, we like to like
them hormones.
Yeah, man.
They're new people. You know? They've only lived 10% of their life, 20% of their life.
And look, and speaking of that, the core reality, most teen violence is impulsive, emotionally driven, and can be preventable. Yeah, it can really be preventable, but it's like you said yourself too. These teens now do not have the structure that we had when we was back in our time.
You know, I'm sure some people would disagree with me, but like back in my day, like people don't beat their kids anymore. You know,
they're scared. They're scared.
Now here's the thing. I got beat when I was a kid.
Me too.
But I got beat an appropriate amount. And every beating I got, I fucking deserved. And every beating I got, it gave me character.
Me too.
And you know, it showed me there's consequences. And and they never really hurt me. They just showed me. Yeah, there's consequences to what you're doing. You know, and this is it. You know, there's one time I hit my sister.
Right.
And my dad came in. And he fucking boom, heart punched me. Took my breath away.
Right.
You know, from then on, I became my sister's protector.
That's right.
You know,
and it taught you not to hit, not to go out your way to put your hands on women.
Absolutely.
You know, and that's not a good thing to do. You know,
absolutely.
As it is, we have a whole lot of that.
Nowadays, what can you do? Like, you hit your kids, you go to jail.
So they paying you. Yeah. I did an episode, episode 3, and it's called "Who's Raising Who."
Exactly.
You got kids
because our kids have lost their fucking childhood and they've been forced into adulthood too early.
Yeah, it's too early, man. And you know what? And it's okay. Not. I'm not saying it's okay, but that's the wave nowadays. Yeah. They made it so comfortably okay.
Yeah.
For because of the social media shit, the platforms amplified their behavior. Yeah. They're having a voice, so to speak. They voice turned into disrespect, total disrespect.
So I think
for their peers and their elders.
I think the way I try to live, I try to spread it to everyone else. You know, we're put here for a reason.
Absolutely.
And it ain't what you think it is.
Absolutely.
And it ain't to make everything bigger and better and advanced technology. You know what it is? It's to celebrate life.
Absolutely.
Do you know how lucky we are to be born?
Yeah, I know, man.
You know how many people with the combinations of DNA, how many sperm go into a load when somebody's getting pregnant?
Right.
And how only one of them.
Only one gotta make it.
And you know, sometimes there's a miracle and two get in, but you know, there's infinitely more people that haven't been born than have been born. We all won the fucking lottery, and we should celebrate
Absolutely.
life and existence of this universe that we've been given.
I agree. I couldn't agree more, man. And that's the number one greatest gift to mankind and womankind. Right. I just did a little clip, a nice little short video clip when it was snowing, fresh snow, like a couple of long weeks ago, when it was snowing again. And that little clip was based on life. Like, that's the most greatest gift that God has given us as human beings. Like, you got people that be complaining over the most stupidest things to complain about. And you got people out there, unfortunately, that doesn't have no family at all.
Yep.
They don't have nothing to eat. Yep. No shelter. Yep. Nothing. No support. Children, on down to children, they don't have none of these things. And here it is, you complaining about, oh, what happened at work, or what happened on your day at work, or when your day in the supermarket because somebody was a little, weird or disrespectful. I get it. Right. Somebody bumped you by accident, or even if it was on purpose, but you have situations that other people are really going through out there. The true definition of them being very unfortunate. Yeah. Extremely unfortunate. I mean, they don't even have no support, and they will never get no support, unfortunately. Kids, they don't have no food.
Well, that's in the last few years, I've kind of changed how I operate. Like, so I went from having a regular job, static, weekly, whatever, to doing Uber and Lyft, and it's a lot more flexible.
Right. Of course. You're basically your own boss.
It afforded me the time to be able to do therapy with the people that matter to me, the people that I see are in a tough position in life. What? I can spend time with you, and I can go do my work later.
Absolutely.
And it's actually evolved into, like, I don't actually do a lot of work anymore. Like, I do still Uber and Lyft, but it's mostly like my private fares, like people that I've driven before that really like me, and
that you really comfortable.
And so I've been going around and doing therapy for lots of people in different ways. Like, one of my roommates, he's alcoholic for a long time. And he's 4 months sober now.
Oh, congratulations! That's what I'm talking about.
Another my cousin, actually, he's actually 4 months sober as well. I just got him into rehab, and it's a lot of talking. It's a lot of
that's beautiful. Man.
Trying to understand the situation, where it came from, and how you can get out of it and be back to the person that you were meant to be. And that's put a lot of meaning into my life lately. I got another friend. Her husband shot himself. Left her with 3 kids and a huge house. And
how old was the kids? Are they like babies, or they like
5, 7, and 10, I think.
Oh my God! And see, that's another important thing of why kids need they need a leader. They need leaders. They need
and
structure.
Absolutely. And I saw that. I'm like, these kids are going to get lost in the mix.
They're going to be messed up here, man.
Absolutely.
Especially the 2-year-old that really understands.
Because the mother, what the fuck is she supposed to do? She just lost the love of her fucking life, and
the kid just lost a father,
and just left this, and exactly, and the mental damage that
Oh yeah, Especially for that 10-year-old. That 10-year-old gonna be really, really messed up.
So I've recognized that, and
Wow,
I've been spending a lot of time with this person and trying to get her back on her feet, and that's the community part.
Right.
Nobody wanted to come help her. But she was part of my community. I had just met through the rape.
Is that the same one that was on?
Huh?
Is that the same one that you was talking to?
I got lots of girlfriends.
Hey man, listen. We all been there, man. Yeah, listen, man. Especially us guys, we all been there, man. Hey, just be careful. Don't put too much on your plate now.
I had to tell one of my.
You're a person. I could tell. Yeah, man. Yeah, you don't need to be going being stressed out or letting too much of that take you away from what's really the goal and important for you for your journey.
I've found that I try to live like Jesus.
Oh, I hear that, man.
I'm just trying to get to heaven. And I think I'm doing a good job at it. The more I spread it, the more other people
you walking that walk, and you spread. Yeah, you basically spreading the gospel, so to speak.
Yeah.
You're spreading that wisdom, and you being the type of person you are through your actions and implementing as such. That's what's gravitating those type of people to you.
Yeah.
Like a magnet.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure they feel the same way about you as you feel about them. And that's amazing. To have people that's really like that in your circle.
Yeah.
That's very important.
Yeah. Because I put myself in other people's shoes, and I'm like, if I was in that situation, I wouldn't be able to make it through. I probably would have done the same fucking thing.
Right.
Right. And then the kid's got nothing.
Right.
So you need somebody from your community to step in,
absolutely,
and help you out and lift you up and take care of where you're missing.
True.
That's true. She's good. She's good now.
That's good. I'm glad that
she's in a really good place now. I'm so proud of her.
Have someone like you in her life. I really am glad for that. I really am, genuinely, because those type of women do need those type of men in their lives. They really do, because they need a strong man in their life, especially from coming from an ordeal such as that.
Yeah,
experience.
And that's an extreme one, but there's and those are like one-off things, but there's a lot of other medium and smaller stuff that's going on too that it just aggregates and it layers over time, and it turns into something just as big.
True.
And people think they're small things, but these small things, when they get together, it's like rain.
Yeah, man.
It goes up, and then when they come together, it comes down all at the same time.
Mental health is serious, man. Mental health,
absolutely.
That's another thing that a large percentage of people be so quick to run away from, shy away from.
Myself included. I don't have a therapist. I should. I need the shit out of a therapist, but I just
be too good for that.
No, it's not that I'm too good.
No, I'm saying in general, us as human beings, we a large percentage of us as human beings, we think we don't need that, or I don't want to tell a stranger my business, or I don't, you know what I'm saying?
I feel like how can I unburden myself onto this person? And I'm just one. How many you got to deal with in a day? 8? How many you got to deal with in a week, and then a month, and a year? Like all that, how can I do that to you?
That's true.
That's what stops me from going to the therapist. So, but what I do is I spread it out with my friends. Yeah. My woes, my hurts. A little bit of trauma dumping here, a little bit of trauma dumping there, venting here. And I don't feel like all the weight of my world is on somebody else's shoulders.
Facts.
But that's community.
Absolutely. I don't mind sharing your burden, because I know that you're very supportive. You're very supportive, and I know that if I was in a certain place in my life, you would support me. Those are the type of friends and stuff that the community that I love.
Yeah.
What do you think about? Because we're gonna go to like 50, probably like 52. But what do you think about why some people, which parents, of course, don't want to see the signs? Like that thing that you always hear about, like
Because
say, for example, the Columbine massacre. Now, those type of teams that did those type of catastrophic situations, why do they? And it's not even just that situation. It's numerous of situations when it came down to a mass shooting. Well, even if it was a person of African American descent, why does a large percentage of parents be naive?
They're not.
Well, I don't mean it. They're
scared, not naive.
Yeah, not naive. But some do be very much purposely refuse to want to see the signs.
I think it's because they're scared, and for me, I think it's like going to I don't go to the doctor,
right?
Because I don't want the doctor to tell me what's wrong with me.
Everybody got that feel. Everybody like that. A large percentage of
you're gonna open up a can of how many worms is in this can? I don't know what shit. Like you're trying to delve into something that you made.
Yeah.
It's touchy and it's confusing.
It takes,
but
it makes it eerie inside.
What I think gets through, you got to muscle through with conversation and argument.
Absolutely.
Argument for the sake of argument, for exploratory reasons. Yeah. Because you can feel a certain way, but can you understand the other side of it as well? Can you appreciate the other side of it?
That's why you have to have these talks. You have to have these talks. You have to have these talks with the kids because it's very important. It's a large percentage of situations that could have been prevented if a parent would have really took time out to pay attention to their child. Yeah. They see certain signs that really look way unorthodox or way totally the opposite from what you're accustomed to of what is norm.
Yeah.
And then some parents blatantly just be dismissive. They're using excuses it's just my child being a teenager.
Yeah,
that's just that's just what teenagers do.
Yeah, and then when you say that, then you can just walk past it.
But sometimes that don't be the case. That's another one of those. Oh, that's what all teenagers just do. It could be a situation where that teen is having the characteristics and behavior of someone that has bipolar, or that could be possibly a schizophrenic.
Yep.
But you just take it as, oh, that's just him, or he or she just being a teenager.
Yep.
They be very dismissive like that,
and also everybody's fucked up these days.
Right.
So my kid's normal because he's fucked up.
Yo, that's crazy because that's what's going on. That's sad though. That's serious, and that's what's going on. They normalize it so much that being like that is normal. It's extremely normal to the point where everybody misses signs.
Yep.
Nobody pays attention to the signs. Yep. Nobody cares about the signs.
No,
because it's normal.
Yeah, no,
being crazy or whatever is the new norm.
Yeah.
It's sad. I mean, yeah, man. This era is extremely different. So different. But is at 51. What you want to say to the people's Mike, my brother from another?
I don't know. This is a great conversation.
Yeah, man. We're gonna have more of these. I'm definitely gonna make it my business to link up with brother Mike, and me and him gonna be having a lot more collabing as far as like good podcasting, content, and great topics. Again, this is the platform that we have discussions that nobody don't want to have. Nobody don't want to have these discussions. Nobody don't want to take time out to at least.
This is great. I'll talk to you about anything.
Yeah, I can see how extravagant your mind is. So I'm telling you, that's God working through you. I'm telling you, that's wonderful. That's amazing. And unfortunately, everybody's not like that. They claim they are, but they not. See, you implement it through your ways and actions. Actions always speak louder than words. That's why when I be on my social media platforms, I be saying that same thing. Like the true definition of building community, but nobody don't want to build community. Everybody front like they do, or they put messages out there, even typing them, texting them, and posting them up.
Yeah.
It sounds wonderful, but do you really mean well?
Yeah.
Or you just doing that just to make your shit look nice on the surface?
Exactly, because everybody wants to have that internet presence like that. This is who I am.
I call it vanity metrics.
And then stand behind it.
Vanity metrics.
You go onto my Facebook, I don't say a fucking thing on there. All I do is watch y'all fucking be clowns.
Yo, man, it was awesome, man. It was awesome. Yo, Big Mike,
you have a blessed day.
And Callahan, Brooklyn Coated and Polish, you already know what it is. And me and him is going to definitely collab even much more in the summer with great topics. This even amplified my journey even more, my purpose, and it even it got me so excited to now I'm going even more for the gusto on more great topics that need to be had, that nobody else don't want to have because they don't care. And that's the bottom line. They don't care. It's not that they don't relate. It's more so that they don't care. So, and with that being said, love, peace, and soul. And please don't do nothing that I wouldn't do, and I know Mike definitely wouldn't do out there. Don't get into no trouble wherever you at. Stay safe. If you're in a cold part of the region, stay warm. Take care of them kids. Watch your kids. Talk to your kids. Don't talk at them. Talk to them. Really, really mutually bond.
Make sure your kid is your best friend.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All I got to say left is peace, love, and worlds.
It's hard to listen when your stomach empty. Need minds off top, homeboy. I won't let you skim.